Let's head over to KwaZulu-Natal. In Pietermaritzburg, 4 men accused of murdering former ANC Youth League Secretary General Sindiso Magaqa are back in court. Magaqa and 2 other municipal councillors were ambushed in Umzimkhulu in July of 2017. Now, the state is expected to call his bodyguard to testify. But for more, I'm now joined by eNCA's Nqobile Madlala on the latest regarding this case. And Nqobile, good morning to you, colleague. What can you tell us in terms of how far the case is and what is expected in as far as testimonies in court are concerned?
Well, good morning. Yes, indeed, we are expecting to start that court case. In fact, I'm just going to walk so I can show you what's currently happening. It was expected to start in the 10 o'clock today. We do understand that the judge was yet to come in. But what we understand today is that the state is going to be leading evidence where they are going to be speaking to the bodyguard, Sindiso Magaqa's bodyguard, which we understand that at the point he was, when the shooting happened, he was not in the car where Sindiso Magaqa was shot. Sindiso Magaqa was shot with 2 other people that were in the car. The first witness that we saw, which we understand on the states, she is the 47th witness, but the first person that took the stand was Jabulile, who is a mayor of Umzimkhulu, Jabulile Msiya, and she's already given her side of the story, what happened when she was inside, detailing how difficult it was for her to come to terms with what was happening. She's the first one to explain that Sindiso Magaqa saw the people that were coming to basically shoot at them, and he said to them, "Don't make a sound, we're about to get shot at." Now, she has done with her evidence. We know that they've been cross-examined by the defense attorneys, and at this point we understand that Umbovu was one of the people that were asked to go buy food, and as a result they then moved away from the car, just a couple of meters away from the car, and he is now going to be giving evidence in terms of what he saw, what he heard, where he was when the shooting took place. We only know him as Umbovu right now. We will get to know his real name as he, of course, as the state leads the evidence.
Just for context purposes, Nqobile, let's get back to the possible motive behind the shooting, which I'm sure this court is trying to understand. But from as far as reports are concerned, we understand that Sindiso and some of his colleagues were trying to uncover some of the corrupt activities out in the Umzimkhulu municipalities, amongst others, and that could be a possibility in as far as the motive is concerned behind that particular shooting.
Yes, so we have heard the states, and they've already said in the beginning of court, they were saying that they are leading evidence to prove that, of course, that Sindiso Magaqa's killing was politically motivated. We do know that Sindiso Magaqa, as well as the Umzimkhulu mayor, now Jabulile Msiya, were the first people to whistleblow on the project that was a multi-million rand project that was taking place in the area, which we now understand that was a hole. They were saying that the money that was being paid for the hole to continue being worked on, and when you look at the work that was happening on the ground, it did not correlate. They said there was less work, but there was more money that had already been ingested in the project. So they were the first people then to go out and say this needs to be investigated. They went all around the region. They made sure that that people knew about this project. We understand that then there was a march that was really asking into that project in terms of what was happening. We know that they asked then for COCTA to step in, and we also know that eventually this project was then investigated by the Premier's office. But then when the report came back, both Sindiso Magaqa and Jabulile Msiya could not get the report, and so there was a bit of a fight in terms of trying to get the report in terms of what was really happening in this project. And so that's where they believe at this point that this is why this was politically motivated. But we do know also that Sindiso Magaqa was due to get a position in the region, which we understand was higher up, and this is what they were also fighting for at this point.
Yeah, and I suppose, of course, Jabulile Msia narrating as well that, she had been fearing for her life. Understanding that fearing for their safety after 2 ANC councillors had been shot. Also, even, post the shooting and killing of Sindiso Magaqa, still safety being an issue. And as far as she's concerned, as a key witness in this case. Colleague, will be sure to come back to you as soon as there are other developments. Nqobile Madlala out live for us in Pietermaritzburg following proceedings. Of course, regarding what exactly happened on that fateful day where Sindiso Magaqa was shot and killed alongside others who were shot as well, Jabulile Msia being one of the witnesses at the scene.